Hi there everyone, my name is Sri Ram Krishna. I'm an engineer with Sesame by IT Renew, and this video we want to talk about the top 7 cool features of the Sesame Fast Start. And I have here Jean-Jacques Chanu, who is the designer of Sesame Fast Start, and he's going to go through the top 7 cool features that he finds amazing while designing this Fast Start machine.
So I would say number 1, I think, is that it's completely open design. So we made it under a community, so that means that it's inspired with some other stuff, and now it's inspired other stuff. That's very exciting to have this kind of evolution for the product.
That means while you were building this, there was a whole bunch of other people weighing in, trying to understand it, trying to make it better. There's this whole ecosystem around this, right?
That's the idea of a community.
Yeah.
And also it's very easy to find the drawings and all the specification documentation, and that's really the idea. And in fact, it's just sharing idea and make new product, and that's very exciting. Yes.
Yeah. I could see that kind of enthusiasm, especially when people weigh in. Have you thought about this? Did you go about that? Hey, I contributed something. I could see how that could be really exciting.
And people use it, so that's fun.
Yeah. It's actually a physical product.
Exactly. And so I would say that number 2, because it's very important for us, this is the ecology and green IT. And we use a lot of recertified element on it. So for example, those parts, so you can see there are some rail here, they are coming from decommissioned materials, and so the idea was to say, oh, okay, so why don't we use this part to make a new product?
We waste nothing.
Yeah, we waste nothing. We try to waste nothing, and for example, you have also the bus bar at the back comes from a decommissioned rack, that's the idea, and also the server inside. You see the server here, you have one, and all the server inside, the cables come from decommissioned elements.
Right.
So that's the idea.
Well, you know, as someone who cares about the planet, that really resonates with me. Being able to use everything we have and still have amazing performance and everything else.
Sustainability economy is very important.
Yeah.
That was one of the ideas of this project. For me, the number 3 is that inside the box we use a standard ATX power supply. That's very important for us because when you use this, it's silent. So the idea was to be able to use it in an office, for example, and you don't want someone playing with a vacuum, for example, just behind you when you are walking.
Right,
So,
and then
so the idea was
right.
So the idea was to make something very silent, and that's pretty important. This leads to number 4. As we use a standard ATX PSU, so it's just a standard plug, so you can just plug it in everywhere you want. It's not very complicated. So that's the idea.
Having worked in a data center, L20, 30 amp,
Yes.
or I'm sorry, L5, I mean, it's funny, and now it's just a normal plug that everybody knows.
Yes, you don't need a lot
right?
of power to just turn on this 5 node or 4 nodes you use. That's why it's it's pretty easy to use that. And you can find it everywhere. It's completely standard. So that's the idea.
Yeah. So it'll work anywhere in the world.
Yes,
everybody
it's cool.
knows that plug.
Yes,
That's fantastic.
exactly. Number 5 is its size. So it can fit under a desk. It's very simple to move. You see, you have wheels.
You can move the server out of the way when the vacuum person wants to clean the area,
Yes, exactly.
right?
So you can see you have very big wheels, so
Yeah.
you can put it on the office. You can just work with it and put it in a place and relocate it in another. It's very simple to use, and yes, you have your mini cluster just right under your desk. So that's very cool.
Now we're down to number 6.
It's an open project, okay? So that means that every day we are working on the new features of this to have a slot for one use switch, for example. But we have a lot of other accessories that are coming, and as it's a very open hardware product, we have a lot of idea coming from the community, and we have a lot of cool stuff that are coming for this.
You said you're coming up with some accessories, but that doesn't mean I have to change the chassis, right?
No. The idea for the moment is just the people who have this, you can upgrade it. And that's the idea for the moment. But we never know with a product from the community. Maybe we will have a V2, but
Right, and they could weigh in and say, hey, I come up with a new way to add a new accessory with this new design, and still with the same chassis.
Exactly.
And if something becomes popular, we can integrate that. Right?
Yes, of course. We are not on this this idea to say, okay, we have to to make another product because people will buy it and they will buy the next generation, etc. No, this is an open project. So people who use it draw it. So that means that they draw what they want, and if they want a new accessory, they draw it with what they have, and that's the idea.
So I guess now we're down to the last one, number 7.
Yes, for number 7 we'll talk about the server, and so this is the flexibility of this. So it's pretty easy to completely change the configuration of those kind of servers. So we can have a compute node, just under you can have, for example, something with storage. Because of these servers, they have a PCI Express here, and finally it's very easy to change completely the purpose of the server. So here is the storage one. Here using NVMe drive, but if I want more storage, for example, with cheaper storage, I can put a 3.5, for example, or maybe I want another kind of networking, so I can put a network board, etc. So that's the idea.
You can mix and match.
Yes.
And so if something new comes in and you need more compute power and maybe less storage, you can change things however you want.
Exactly, and it's open hardware. So that means if someone wants to create a new PCI Express board coming here, it will work. So that's also the idea. That's pretty good.
That's pretty exciting. If you want to know more, check us out at sesame.com. Have a good one.